Good morning, students, and welcome to our last class. This is the class for the week number 16, and the topic is the German culture and tradition. So we're going to learn today about this culture that is really important and how the German culture have affected the world. So welcome to this class. Okay, the goal is to provide you tools to increase the possibilities of entering the labor and business market. Also, you will take advantages of opportunities for professional self-improvement. You're going to learn how the German culture and tradition have given and how this culture have affected a lot of things around the world since the Second World War II. So we're going to learn about this great culture, the German culture. We have some quotes for the class today that say, culture ain't within culture, music are the best and most fascinating thing that the German capital has to offer internationally. It's a forum that is rich, and the Berlin culture is one of the cool you can imagine. A German is someone who cannot tell a lie without believing it himself. This one is kind of interesting that I want that you analyze about that one that is in the middle of this slide, that this says a German is someone who cannot tell a lie without believing it himself. So they believe it's lie. So that's kind of funny. But welcome to this class and welcome to this German culture and traditions. German culture, we're going to talk about the facts, customs, and traditions. Well, Germany today, people including Germans, they have people from different nationalities that respect and make Germany a country of values with unique celebration and customs. The people, the language, and traditions are what make the German culture unique. It has had a key role in the history of Europe, and not only English speakers call it Germany, Germans themselves call it Deutschland. Germany is known as the country of poets and thinkers, and you will see how we are telling that. German culture has been influenced and shaped through Germany's rich history, once an important part of the Holy Roman Empire, and later on the most stable economic in the world. So German right now has a lot of diversity, and they have all these beautiful things that we're going to learn today. The language. Well, over 95% of the residents of Germany speak the German language, whatever is the standard German of any of other dialects. However, the German state has recognized 4 minority languages, which are the Upper and Lower Serbian, the Romani, Danish, as well as North and Southern Frisian. So remember these 4 languages that the government have recognized: Upper and Lower Serbian, second Romani, third Danish, and the North and Southern Frisian. So they have these 4 recognized minority language, but the main language, well, of course, is German. Because of the high number of immigration, there are also languages spoken by accessible numbers of communities, as Turkish, Kurdish, Russian, Greek, Albanian, and Polish. So there's a lot of diversity in German because there's a lot of immigration to this country. The religion. In Germany, we have a percent of 60 to 70% of people recognize themselves as Christians, 29% of which is Catholics, and then also a Muslim minority of 4.4%. A number as high as 36% do not identify themselves as having any type of religion or belonging to another than Christianity or Muslim. So this is kind of interesting. So they have a lot of religions right there: Christians, Catholics, Muslims, and people that are atheists also, and Muslims also. The symbolisms. The German symbols have changed to different phases in history alongside the events that have shaped its culture and traditions. Well, the eagle was part of the Holy Roman Empire, and the eagle continued to be the symbol of the German South. This is so important for them, which after Prussian victory over Austria in 1886 has been shared by 2 different states. So Martin Luther and the luminaries are Immanuel Kant, Johann Gottfried von Humboldt, and Johann Wolfgang Gödel had also important figures and very continuous symbols. Today, the most known symbol of the country is the black, red, and gold flag with this eagle on it. So now you know what this the eagle is so important for the Germans, and this comes from the Holy Roman Empire. Literature. So we're going to talk about the literature in German. Germany is one of the leading nations when it comes to reading. The German publishers publish around 94,000 new books each year. Imagine how many books are those. And the International Frankfurt Book Fair, which is the most important book event in the world, it's held in Germany. Many don't know, but the first notebook was printed in German, just a first ever note magazine. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the philosophy. Some of the most famous philosophers were born and live in Germany, like Immanuel Kant, who played a central role in the history of philosophy. And he was inspired by German philosophers like Schopenhauer and Nietzsche, who spent their whole lives in Germany. On the other hand, the developers of the communist theory, Mary and Engel, were also German. So you will see that there's a lot of influence about literature and philosophy around the world that the German culture had given to us. We want to talk a little bit about the cuisine, the German cuisine. Germans drink a lot of beer. They have really good beer in Germany. Eat sausages and make bread of different tastes. That is not only a stereotype but a true fact. It is estimated that the average German consumes around, check this diet, 140 liters of beer per year. So imagine that. This is only one person. In 2012, Germans drank 2.25 gallons of beer each German, which actually down the lowest levels and the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1990, that they are the second largest beer consumer in Europe after the Czech Republic. So they drink a lot of beer, they eat a lot of different kind of breads and sausages. Music. We're going to talk about the music. The world's most renowned classical composers as Bach and Beethoven, who have been marked the transition of music between the classical and romantic to Western classical music, or Germans, who were born and died in Germany. Other famous composers from Germany are Brahms, Schubert, Handel, Telemann, Orff, etc. Nowadays, Germany is home to many music festivals, starting from electronic music to hip-hop and rock and roll. The largest music festival in Germany, which is also one of the largest in the world, is the Rock and Ring Festival, which gathers artists and performers as well as music fans from all over the world. Germany also has many opera houses, which also serve as a tourist attractions for foreign visitors. So, music are so important. You see that we have in here this music for Bach and Beethoven that have influenced the classical music, also the pop and rock, electronic, through the years. And this is a legacy that the Germans have given to the music around the world. We're going to talk a little bit more about architecture. So, as you see here, the country has gone through tumultuous history, the signs of which are evident in the rich and diverse architecture. These beautiful palaces, castles, cathedrals, and monumental bells tell the story of Germany. They have also these bridges that part of the ancient architecture and the civilization that bloom in the territory that today is Germany. The pre-Romantic architecture, so you can see a lot of the Roman Empire influence in the architecture from the 10th century. So during the Romanesque period, a lot of cathedrals were built, which have survived through time till today. So they have a lot of cathedrals, they have a lot of palaces, castles, and those beautiful structures that they have. The Baroque architectures are achieved in Germany from the 18th century, and a lot of buildings, as the Wurzburg resident of the August Castle, have survived through time until today. And among the tourist attraction, they got a lot of tourists. So as you see here, you see all these beautiful houses, these beautiful structures that have this Baroque architecture influence still until these days in German. The sports also are really, really important for the German people. It is estimated that around 27 million Germans are members of a sport club, whereas an additional 12 million pursue such an activity individually, which shows how keen Germans are in sports. The Bundesliga, which is a German football championships, attract the second highest average attendance of any professional sport league in the world. The German national football team remains one of the strongest football teams in the world. So they have won a total of 4 World Cups. So they got these 4 titles of the World Cup in 1954, 1974, 1990, and 2014. So during the period of the championships, whatever is the FIFA World Cup of the UEFA Championship Leagues, huge screens are set in the city squares, and the World Cup fairs and restaurants is a party in Germany when they have all these championships. If it's the FIFA World Cup or the UEFA Championship, they celebrate. They gather together to drink a lot of beer, and they celebrate all these matches while drinking beer and eating sausages. Okay, we have the questions for this week. Number 1, what empire influenced the German culture? Number 2, over 95% of Germany speak. You have to tell me what language is that one. Number 3, which one is the main symbol of the German culture? Remember that we have talked about that part that comes from the Roman Empire. 4, what is the average of beer that a German drink per year? So this is an important day. So we talk about that part. And the last one, how many football World Cups have won Germany? So please study for the final test. Thank you so much for your attention. I really enjoy to share with you this semester. And I wish you a lot of success. And please invite me for your graduation. Thank you so much for your attention. And as I said before, it was a pleasure for me to be part of this preparation in these courses of competitiveness in the rural university. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope that you have a great day.